Guys, I'm going to be reading another section from my book, English Teacher, The English Teacher by Raphus Press, and this section is called Sniffing Glue. On my first day of school, in fact, the very first hour, I received news that my best friend at home had died due to sniffing glue. I was in the middle of deciding which classes to take when I received this news. The English teacher was in the room. For the next few weeks, I was depressed, but my father encouraged me to try and forget my friend. The last time I'd seen him was in his dorm room in another boarding school in India. We had sniffed glue together, and when I left to catch my bus for my flight back home to Delhi, he would go a day later to Pune. I ascended the stairs of the dorm, which was on a steep slope, and my friend kept on shouting my name as if he knew that we were never going to see each other again. I was sad and could think about no one but him. My English teacher understood that when I wrote about him in my first essay. It was also then when the English teacher told me that I have good ideas which might go unappreciated. It does not help to have such ideas. With these ideas, I will remain poor. Even those people who like my ideas can see no real use for them, even after rattling their brains. My ideas lead nobody, including myself, anywhere. But they're still good ideas, and they're mine. When I was really little, I didn't realize that the other children used to go to the snack bar during the short and long breaks. In fact, I did not know for years that the school even had a snack bar. I would satisfy myself with waiting for the other kids while looking at the artwork on the wall. I was very fat, but that was probably because I had a hole in my heart. My friends always thought that I was tired because I was fat, but no one really thought of why I was fat in the first place. My English teacher was fat as well, and her mother drove her to bulimia. Perhaps she is vomiting somewhere right now. Although I'm ostensibly happy right now, I feel that something is eating me from inside, from underneath my clothes. The English teacher looked so different underneath hers. Because she had lost so much weight suddenly, her skin bore stretch marks, her stomach seemed as if it had been stitched up, and because her hair was short, the English teacher with her tiny pear-shaped breasts looked a little like some of the boys she liked to teach. It seems that all is left for me to do is teach. That is the only thing I know how to do well, and even in that I won't succeed. People always tell me you could do this, you could do that with your life, but somehow all these things do not fall in my path. I think I could be a good actor someday, but I will have to do it alone. And because I won't have an audience, I will try to make sure that my writing is theatrical instead. In fact, while writing this, I have a strong feeling that I'm actually performing. That if my English teacher were around to watch me writing, she would think that the act of typing on the keyboard itself were a performance. Even what I'm writing about would, as a result, assume a slightly exaggerated tone. In order to write, I often leave my home for a walk. While walking, I think and begin to write. And as a result, I often cannot tell whether I'm writing or walking. I think someday, though, perhaps after I'm long gone, my writing will gradually become popular among some people. It will become a cult classic that will go out of print, but will be distributed in photocopies and PDFs among people scattered across the world. They will speak of me with a certain special affection, as if they knew me, but they will never really know how difficult it would have been for me. That although by reading my work they might be able to understand how talented and intelligent I was, they will not be able to access the depths of my stupidity. The city I live in is not much different from me. There are buildings everywhere and traffic and pollution. My city is very small. The school I work in is down the road. I slip and rail fast into a narrow staircase, suddenly vanishing from the street, and disappear for the whole day. I don't know if I will ever change. I'm a mixture of failure and arrogance, a strange concoction. But what if my writing about the pathetic incongruities of myself will provide a book that will be well received? Will I remain a loud recluse who talks about everything except for that aspect that pains him the most? I think my writing career started in school, at the school desk, when the English teacher asked us to write essays. Often I did not know what to write, so instead of paying attention to what I was writing, I gave more importance to the beauty of my handwriting, which in spite of all of my efforts was ugly.